Look at this, guys. I'm walking down the street. There is a line here, and if you're saying why are you touching this line, it's hanging in the street. It's either telephone or internet or something, but right here in the street, right where somebody can catch it when they're driving by on a motorcycle. So I think I actually need to pause and try to like push this off to the side because somebody it could get caught on their neck. Hey YouTube, kamusta? What's going on? It's Kevin from Kevin in the Philippines. I came out for a walk today to record and tell the story, and it was nice and overcast and cloudy. And of course, as soon as I got out here on the road, it started raining. So I'm actually gonna try to head back to the house. But while I'm walking back, I thought I would try to share this story just because it's gonna be a fun one. And this is the story about the time that I briefly was a male model in the Philippines. It takes place in around 1992, 93. So I'm a little bit older now. I've been in the Philippines for, oh gosh, like 8-9 years at this point. And my sister and I were discovered in a shopping mall. I think we went out, just to hang out at the mall like we always like to do when we were young people. And somebody from a talent agency happened to be in the mall, and they saw us. And they came up to my sister and I and said, hey, are you interested in maybe doing some modeling? The talent agency that this person represented was an agency called Faces. And I think they were in Makati, somewhere in the capital region. And I don't know if they're still around today. I didn't bother to check, but this is back in the 90s. But Faces was a big talent agency for models, who did print ads and commercials and even movies, honestly, everything. So when we finally got into who they were and their company, I remember being really impressed, like, oh wow, like there's a lot of opportunities here. But originally it was just my sister who was mostly interested in doing the modeling. And I had gotten really used to going with her on some of these auditions and some of these shoots because she was getting a lot of the bookings. I think I remember at the time I was just kind of shy or reserved or didn't really think that it was something for me. But, my sister was actually quite successful with it. And she did a lot of work. And it was things like beauty products, soap, commercials, shampoo, etc., etc. And I was usually just hanging around in the background, not interested. But, I'd go with her to these auditions, and sometimes the agency would say, hey, why don't you want to do a commercial, or why don't you want to do a shoot or a print ad or whatever? And I probably was just shy, I just didn't want to do it. But there's a funny memory I have of going to an audition, and it was just kind of like a general, like, let's see what your face looks like on camera. And the memory was that our agent was coaching us off camera. And she would say, all right, I want you to pretend you're holding a hamburger. And this hamburger is really good, and it's really juicy, and you're gonna hold the hamburger, and you're gonna say to the camera, I love this hamburger. It's so delicious. And, just kind of like smile. And the funny thing is that I just remember her saying, okay, make your eyes bigger, bigger eyes. And it's really hard for me to open my eyes big, like, dramatically, like some people can do. So in order for me to make my eyes bigger, I have to like hold my head backwards and go, wow, it's so delicious. Anyway, a funny memory. And I just remember thinking, this is not for me. I can't even make my eyes big when I'm excited about an imaginary hamburger. Okay, well, all these gigs that my sister were doing, of course, caught my attention, and she was making some money too. And it wasn't until I really wanted something that I considered possibly doing some modeling. And so what happened was I wanted a guitar and an amplifier. And I think I was around 8th grade at this time. So an electric guitar and amplifier were kind of expensive. And I remember I had kind of sort of been daydreaming about this. I used to go to music stores in the mall and look at the guitars and look at the amplifiers. And I thought, you know what if I just do a print ad, a modeling gig, and then I'll take the money from that modeling gig and use that to buy the guitar. So I eventually, I guess, caved to the requests to do some modeling. And so I booked a gig, and I booked a print ad, and the print ad was for Levi's jeans. This would end up being my first and only male model gig, but it was for Levi's jeans, and it was just kind of an interesting shoot that we went on. I remember we got to the photographer's studio, and the guy was a real pro, you know. He had all the equipment, I'm sure what now I know is a large format camera, you know, backdrops, lighting, strobe lights, everything. Another thing I remember is that this is the early 90s, right? 92, 93. And he had a wall of CDs, compact discs, CD albums. I remember thinking, like, that is a lot of music. And CDs were really expensive back then. I used to have cassettes when I listened to my music. And cassettes were the cheapest form of music. And like if a new album came out, I would always get it on cassette. Some of them I still have to this day. But anyway, this guy had a wall of CDs, and he was just like, hey, pick out whatever you want to listen to during our photo shoot, and I'll play it. I was like, wow. And I don't remember what I picked out, but we picked out one CD out of the thousands of CDs that were on the wall. And then the theme of the shoot was baseball, which now when I look back is kind of funny because who plays baseball in jeans? We did for this print ad. And so there's a picture from the print ad, which of course I'll share with you. And I'm holding a baseball bat because we're playing baseball. And there's like another kid next to me, a Filipino kid, and he's there. And I guess we're supposed to be like baseball buddies, you know. But there is another aspect to the shoot and the direction of the shoot that I remember very proudly, and that was I spoke up. Mind you, I'm the model, right? I'm just the guy who's supposed to be there photographed. I'm not supposed to be directing the commercial or even making, you know, suggestions about how I feel like the shoot should be going. But I spoke up and I said, hey, you know what? If we're playing baseball and we're kids, why are our clothes all perfect? Because they had brought out, you know, this perfectly ironed shirts for us, and the jeans were immaculate. They didn't have any grass stains or anything like that. So I spoke up very boldly. And I'm like, you know, shouldn't we be a little bit more dirty? We've been playing baseball, right? Well, actually they listened, and they're like, yeah, you're right. That's a good idea. Hey, you know what? We'll wrinkle up the clothes a little bit more. We'll make it a little bit more roughed in. I don't remember what they did exactly, but they basically, you know, took my suggestion and ran with it, and I really helped direct the shoot in a small way. So even at that age, you know, I was always thinking creatively. You know, that was my mindset. So we get through the shoot and we're done, and everything turns out fine. And then I finally get my paycheck, which I'm excited about, and I can finally afford my guitar and amplifier. And I was so thrilled. One other memory I have from that shoot, though, is that if you look closely at the shirt that I'm wearing, in the photograph, it says Hollywood on it. And I thought that was so fitting because, of course, later in life, I ended up, you know, working in film and television, essentially working in Hollywood. And, you know, there I am as a teenager with that sort of kind of, look at this, guys. I'm walking down the street. There is a line here. And if you're saying, why are you touching this line? It's hanging in the street. This is not a power line, guys. This is like a telecommunications, like it's either telephone or internet or something, but it's right here. I don't know if you can see this. Right here in the street, right where somebody can catch it when they're driving by on a motorcycle. So I think I actually need to pause and try to like push this off to the side because somebody could get caught on their neck. So hold on a second. let's see what we can do here. Of course, if I mess this up, it could end up cutting off someone's internet. So hold on a second. Let's see, here comes somebody now. Wait. Watch out, there's a thing here. Up. Oh, that car did not care at all that there was a line here. All right, I'm gonna try to hook this up to something on the wall here that can hold this, because I don't want someone to get their head knocked off. Hey, careful, humping. Yep, there's a line here. Okay, I've got it kind of tucked back a little bit. I hope that helped. But yeah, that could be really dangerous. It happens sometimes, guys. You know, it started raining today, and maybe the rain was a contributing factor for why that line came down. But when I'm done filming this video, I'll try to go back and secure it a little bit more. Okay, where was I? So, yeah, the Hollywood thing was cool, and then I took the money that I got from that shoot. Hello. There's a phone line that came down, internet or phone line. So I moved it to the side kasi baka ano tama. Yeah. Yeah. It's starting to rain again some more too. I got to wrap this up. Sometimes you think of a good idea, you know, hey, let's go out and film a video, and then you realize that maybe there's more of the line here. It's on the ground now. So this whole thing has come down. I don't know. There's some guys working. I see. Okay, check this out. There's some guys working up here, and they must be the reason why it came down. Careful, guys.
Yo!
Hello. It's internet? Fiber? Okay, Converge. Okay. Right. Shout out. As the guy's putting up the Converge line, that's what the construction is. So the shoot went well. It was a success. And when I finally got my paycheck from this print ad, which I was very excited to get, I went out and bought my electric guitar and amplifier, and I bought it at a place called RJ's Guitar. RJ is Ramon Jacinto, and he started RJ Guitars, and I got a Stratocaster because I like Jimi Hendrix, and Hendrix had a Stratocaster. So hi guys, just filming my vlog. So that was cool, you know, the whole experience was, I think, really just another piece of the foundation that would become me working in film and television. You know, there was seeing my sister doing her modeling, being on sets with her. Sometimes really, guys, a commercial for shampoo was equivalent or better, exceeded that of a typical film set. I mean, just really professional camera, lighting, stages, you know, sets. These guys went all out. In fact, I remember at the time thinking that the effort that went into making commercials for products like beauty products, soap, shampoo, things like that, way exceeded the efforts at the time to make regular films, because it's expensive, right? If you're making a film, either a comedy or a romantic comedy or an action movie, at least back then, you didn't want to spend that much money, right? Because you didn't know how the movie was going to do and if you were going to get a return on your investment. So movies were often made really cheaply back then, but television commercials and print ads and things like that for real products had a lot of money behind them. So anyway, just something that I remember. I'm grateful for that exposure again at a young age to this whole world of film and television, and I know it helped lay the foundation for me working later on in that career, because all these things just influence you, you know, when you're young. If there was a takeaway for this video, I would say that even to this day, with all we have out there in artificial intelligence and things being created in computers, there is still a need for models and modeling for everything from print ads like what I did to commercials, movies, everything. So if you're a person who is interested in doing that, or you know someone, especially a young person who's interested in getting into modeling or acting or whatever, give them a shot. Let them have a go at it, because we had a lot of fun and made a little bit of money as young people, as kids, when we did this back in the 90s. All right, leave a comment if you or a family member have ever been in a commercial or a print ad or maybe even a movie just for fun. I would love to hear about it. Did you do a print ad similar to my Levi's print ad? And if so, share what it was that you got involved with and how everything went, how the shoot went, and how it all turned out. All right, I'm going to close this video out here. It is starting to rain a little bit more, so it's time to get out of here. It isn't always hot and sunny in the Philippines. Sometimes it can be cloudy and rainy, right? But anyway, thank you as always for watching this video. I really enjoy sharing these stories about my time growing up here in the Philippines, and I intend to make a lot more of them. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, consider subscribing, and I will see you soon on another video. All right, mabuhay. Bye, guys.